this was my second attempt, to be precise. The first attempt when I gave, I was not very happy with what I played, and I was not expecting the scholarship. The second time when I gave the exam, and I had heard about the scholarship. I had heard about how City is promoting in classical music with along with NCPA, and this scholarship is, of course, one of the very prestigious scholarships of our country. I have always felt this that before getting on stage, it's very important that camaraderie should be there even off stage. Jugalbandi it's a very old tradition that we all have in our rich Hindustani classical music, and also in the Carnatic style.
Welcome to This Week at the NCPA. It's a Jugalbandi, a duet of the sitar and the sarod. Already sounds sublime, but when you go into the theatre and actually see it, it will sound even more sublime. 27th of June at the Experimental Theatre, 6:30 p.m. onwards. Soumitra Thakur is on the sitar, Pratik Shrivastav on the sarod. It's an NCPA presentation supported by Citi. Heartfelt gratitude to Citi for their corporate sponsorship. Soumitra has joined me. Hi, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The importance of the Jugalbandi in Hindustani tradition. I mean, whether it's a vocal Jugalbandi or instrumental Jugalbandi, such an important part of Indian art, isn't it? Talk to us about that first, Soumitra.
Yeah, sure. See, again, Jugalbandi it's a very old tradition that we all have in our rich Hindustani classical music, and also in the Carnatic style. So I would say overall in the Indian music scenario, we have this Jugalbandi concept. So basically, uh, it's how beautifully two instruments or two people, two different individuals, they can come up together and produce something which is even more beautiful. We have, like, for example, me and Pratik Shrivastava, we are playing a duet, for instance, and I am a person who has been trained by a separate guru in a separate. I mean, the tradition is pretty much the same, but our training has been different, our upbringing has been different, our musical thoughts are different, and so is Pratik. So we come together and we will present something which is like an amalgamation of, the styles that we play. And this is pretty much what a Jugalbandi is. And Jugalbandi is more like how beautifully we both come together, or any artist for that matter, they come together and present the best of their art forms. But it's not about competing with each other. This is something which has been mistaken by many people, many artists in the past. So, when you're presenting it to the audience, the best way, like if your minds and your soul, they match, or they are in the same, pedestal, then definitely something new that will come up, which is something completely different. Yet these two artists who have their own styles, their individual styles. So that's the pretty much about the Jugalbandi, which is again has been happening for many centuries now.
I'd like to
So yeah,
come to
and
that to say that it's
yeah,
basically complementing each other on the
precisely,
basis of true tuning and repertoire. Your tuning of the
precisely,
instrument as well as the repertoire that you possess. And that
precisely.
really is the beautiful experience. Now, I want to talk a little bit about your life, your career, which I find very fascinating. I believe you were initiated into the world of music at the tender age of 4, and you learned sitar first in the Bishnupur style from your uncle, and
Right.
later the renowned vocalist Rashid Khan Saab is somebody who guided you. And right now you train with Kushal Das from the Meher tradition. If you could take us through a little bit of your career thus far, please.
Sure. Yeah, of course. So I had music in my family. I was really lucky to have been born in a family, where there were musicians who were they were professional practitioners of music. So I was born in the Bishnupur Gharana, in the Bishnupur tradition of music. And again, like, my father tried teaching me, but you know, he couldn't. He was quite lenient. He's one such person who's very lovable, but you need a very strict person to train. So again, my uncle, my father's cousin brother, Shri Prashant Thakur, my first guru. So he was the one who started teaching me when I was around four and a half. And then I kept learning from him. And then for the next around 10 years, I was under him, learned all the basics of sitar, of Indian classical ragas, whatnot. Then Ustad Rashid Khan Sahab, the great vocalist from Rampur, Seswan Gharana, came into my life. And he is literally like one of my godfathers who then he started training me. I had a very brief training that I got under him. But you know what? I was very young at that time. I was say around 13 or 12 at that time to actually understand the nuances of vocal music and actually, replicate it on the sitar. And for he really understood that. He was one such. He so what he did was he then took me, or he sent me to my present Guruji Pandit Kushal Das ji from the Mayar Gharana, and he sent me there in around 2008 2009. And I'm still learning from my Guru Pandit Kushal Das ji, and I feel I'm the luckiest that I was actually, accepted by my guru at that tender age, who happens to be one of the, Pandit Kushal Das ji, one of the greatest names of sitar right now in India. And I was accepted under him, and I'm still continuing my learning under him. So yeah, that's pretty much my learning experience till now.
In 2021, something interesting happened. You won the NCPA Citi Scholarship. And we're very proud of that at the NCPA. In fact, we've covered previous recipients of the scholarship on this program this week at the NCPA. Must have been a wonderful honor both for you as well as your family, Soumitra. Would you give
100%.
us memories from 2021, please?
100%. Yes. So I think it was 2020, if I'm not wrong. 2021. I think that was the time during COVID. I think 2019 was when I applied for the scholarship, and 2020 was when I got it, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. It it was really one of the best feelings, I would say, because this was my second attempt, to be precise. The first attempt when I gave, I was not very happy with what I played, and I was not expecting the scholarship. The second time when I gave the exam, and I had heard about the scholarship. I had heard about how City is promoting in classical music along with NCPA, and this scholarship is, of course, one of the very prestigious scholarships of our country. And only around 6 or 7 people from the country received that scholarship in 1 year. And sitar, and only one person in sitar or in string instruments. Of course, it was a very, very beautiful feeling when I got the call from them that you have been selected, and for the next one entire year I'll be receiving a sum of money. And more than the money, it was the value of the scholarship that made a lot of difference. But let me be very honest, even the money made a lot of difference to me, because it was peak COVID time at that time, and we were all out of concerts. We had no work at all, and probably for the very first time on any public platform I'm telling this, but even the money that was given was of some help to me at that time. Not just me, actually. I have spoken to other fellow musicians who received it. Even for them also, it was of great help at that time. So a lot of thanks to Citigroup, to Citibank, to NCPA for giving away this scholarship, which is still continuing. And the best part is they're the best of judges who are really not biased about anything. And you can see how excited I am when I'm talking about this. So thanks to City and NCPA for this beautiful thing.
Pratik himself, just like you took to your instrument at the age of 4, he took to it at the age of 6. Again, trained by, some incredible musicians in his family, Sri Robi Chakrabarti, Dr. Rajiv Chakrabarti. And of course, he's also been fortunate enough to receive guidance from veterans like Ajoy Chakrabarti and Tejendra Narayan Mojumdar. I believe that you people have played duets together before.
Yeah.
Do I take it that Pratik and you are also friends off stage?
So again, as I was telling your first question about when I was talking about Jugalbandi, I have always felt this, that before getting on stage, it's very important that camaraderie should be there even off stage. And since me and Pratik is senior to me, he's like some 6, 7 years elder to me, but the kind of friendship we have, the way we talk, I call him Dada, of course, but the kind of friendship I talk to him about everything possible, like personal problems to financial problems. Apart from music, of course, we talk a lot about music, about how we, as musicians, we do normally. But yes, we have played duets in the past. We have practiced a lot together, and again, it's a beautiful relationship that we share with each other. The kind of friendship that we have, and often I go to Bombay and I stay at his place. Even when I don't have any work, I just stay at his place. We practice in the morning. We have some beautiful food, and we go out, have dinners, and this and that. So it's a beautiful feeling to be a friend of Pratik Shrivastava as well. And I hope that camaraderie and that bond you can see as well on stage as well on the 27th.
Lovely. Now, apart from your Gurujis, have you enjoyed listening to some legendary sitar players, been inspired by them? For example, have you followed the careers of Vilayat Khan Saab, Nikhil Banerjee, the great Pandit Ravi Shankar? Of course, there's so many others. There's Shujat Khan and Purbayan in the modern era, great musicians again. So anybody who inspires you?
See, you have already taken the Trimurti's name, Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, Vilayat Khan Sahab, and Nikhil Banerjee. So these three artists have, I don't think there is any sitar player in this country after their generation who has not been inspired by these three people, especially. And of course, Ustad Rais Khan Sahab and Ustad Halim Zafar Khan Sahab. So these five names, they are like the the uh, the Pandavas actually of music, of sitar playing. So these five are there in every sitar player's fingers, mind, and soul. In my life, in my career, I have been extremely inspired by Pandit Nikhil Banerjee ji, because of so many reasons. We all know him. Of course, his music has influenced me the most and is still influencing. And every day I just listen to him, and every day I think that, oh my God, this person had so much more to offer. Anyway, apart from him, apart from them, my Guruji, I will not take his name again and again. My Guruji is there everywhere in each and every cell of my body. Ustad Shahid Parvez ji, Pandit Buddhaditya Mukherjee ji, one of my biggest idols. Later in the present generation, Purbayan Chatterjee, Niladri ji, Niladri Kumar. So definitely all of these people have inspired me a lot. And apart from sitar, also a lot of vocalists and sarod players have also impressed me a lot. So yeah.
There you have it, Jugalbandi between two wonderful musicians and friends. A duet of Sitar and Sarod, 27th of June at the Experimental Theatre, 6:30 p.m. onwards. Tickets are live now at Book My Show as well as at the venue. It's Soumitra Thakur on the Sitar and Prateek Shrivastav on the Sarod, an NCPA presentation supported by Citi. Please get your tickets right away. They're going out very, very fast. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
see you soon in Mumbai, Soumitra. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
94.3 Radio 1.